Preheat the oven to 175 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Crumble 200 grams of digestive biscuits or any other kind you have. A tablespoon of honey. If your biscuits aren't already sweet enough, you can add more honey or sugar. Add 65 grams of melted butter. When you press it, it should just hold together. That's when you know you have added enough butter. Dump the crumbs onto a greased 9-inch spring foam pan. Use a cup to level the crust until it's uniform throughout. Bake the crust for 8 to 10 minutes at 175 degrees Celsius. If you're using a microwave, bake the crust for 5 to 6 minutes at 175 degrees Celsius. You'll know it's done when it puts on a golden hue and smells incredible. Mix 15 grams of custard powder in 80 grams of cream. As this is a replacement for eggs, custard powder works best, giving it that light yellow color and taste. But if you don't have it, corn flour would work just fine too. Whisk 250 grams of room temperature cream cheese with sugar till it forms a homogeneous mixture. Also, don't beat it for too long, as we don't want to incorporate air into the filling, because when you bake it, the air bubbles will pop and it will result in a cheesecake full of cracks. Add 80 grams of condensed milk. Add the custard mixture we made earlier and mix well. Juice of half a lemon, few drops of vanilla extract, and zest of 1 lemon. A pinch of salt. If you have 2 trays in your oven, pour hot water in the lower one, or just place a ramekin filled with water before baking. This will prevent cracking of the cake and retain its creamy texture. Bake the cheesecake for 60 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius. If you're using a microwave, bake the cake for 30 to 35 minutes at 160 degrees Celsius. When you tap the edge of the pan, the center should still jiggle, but the edges should have set. This is when you know the cheesecake is done baking. Now for the compote, take 200 grams of strawberries, pick out some of the pretty ones for the final topping, and chop up the rest. Cook the strawberries on low heat. Depending on how sweet your fruits are, add sugar. I'm adding 200 grams cause mine were very sour. Pour in the raspberry puree that I made by blending 200 grams of frozen raspberries and then filtering it. Make a slurry of corn flour and water. Add this to the compote after simmering it for 6 to 7 minutes. Reduce until it coats the back of a spoon, then cover and refrigerate. Cooking is a task of patience really. And to be honest, cooking alone is very boring. But cooking with your best friend or sibling is a lot more tolerable. And maybe the food turns out great, or maybe you don't follow the recipe and it turns out inedible. But that's alright, you'll always have each other to blame. Pour the compote over your chilled cheesecake. That's it. Serve and enjoy. This is hands down the best cheesecake you'll ever have. Sorry to the people eating this as your first cheesecake, cause you'll never enjoy the dry subpar ones from the bakeries ever after.